enhance it. And there we go. And I'm just going to move this over for a moment, because now we're going to do another part. Actually, I want to show you something. Look at that. From every angle, the basket looks great. And it's very economical. These things that I got at Walmart, and I went to the dollar store. So you don't have to spend a whole lot of money to make a great gift basket. Let's see now. We are going to cut our cellophane, and I'm going to show you how to do that. What you want to do is you want to pull it out and just have on a flat surface where you can actually have enough space to work at. And we're going to make this nice and wide. We're going to measure it. So I like to use more cellophane than less. And that'll give my basket even more height. So you're going to carefully pick up your basket. We have everything adjusted. Everything's great in there. Everything's positioned right. And you're going to kind of center it. Now you want to make sure that your cellophane comes over the basket. And look, I've fallen short. So I'm going to have to pull out more cellophane because I'm going to need a lot to get over the top of this basket. I want you to see that. So I'm rolling it out, and I'm going to measure it again. I want it to come at least 6 or 7 inches over the top of my basket. So I'm going to adjust it again. Bear with me a moment. Okay, that looks pretty good because we're going to need it to come over the center top of our basket. So now I'm going to use the back part, and I'm going to actually give it more height as well. So you want the back and the front to measure up the same height. So right about there is good. So that's where I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to take my cellophane and I'm going to cut it across the top. And just be careful with how you cut this cellophane because it's very delicate. If it gets a tearing, it'll just start tearing in the wrong direction. So you want it to just come right across the top with that. And you can always cut more off later. It's better to cut off more than less. And you can get cellophane at Walmart. Sometimes it'll come with cellophane and the bow for making your basket. But I like to make my own bows. And we're going to do that later. Okay, so now we've got our cellophane cut. I've got some thin ribbon that I'm going to use to tie my cellophane over the basket. And right now I'm going to start with a lot of ribbon rather than less. I'm going to cut more ribbon. And here's probably the trickiest part about making a basket, but it looks really great when it's done. You'll pull your cellophane. Hold on one moment. Let me just adjust the camera so you can see this. All right. You're going to pull your cellophane over the basket. You're going to pull the sides up. Right over the top. And I just want to look across the front to make sure everything looks really neat in the front. And you're going to pull it all the way up so that you can tie it. And I like my baskets to look tight and neat, so I want to make sure that there's nothing bubbling up in the front. That everything is tight and neat together. And I'm just going to see how I have my hand right here. This is going to be the top of the basket where the bow falls from. And it looks like I got a lot of cellophane right now over the top, which is great because you want to have more cellophane rather than less. And now I'm going to take my ribbon and this is a little bit tricky. I'm going to tie my cellophane right over the center top of my gift basket. And I'm going to just show you what that looks like in a moment. It's probably a tricky part is that you want to have it tie real tight so your items are nice and secure inside the basket. And I've got one tie there, and I'm going to tie it also right across the front here. And voila, that's secured in place for right now. It looks like it's centered. Right now this is uneven, but that's okay. We're going to cut it later. And now I'm going to seal up the sides of the basket. I just want to show you what that looks like. The side is still open with extra cellophane sticking out. So what you want to do is you want to tuck that under, and it's very easy to do. And what I end up doing is I use the clear wide tape because it just works better for me. But you can use just regular clear tape, but I like to use the wider tape. It just works better for me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut some of this tape, and I don't need to use much of it. Small piece. This is that wider Scotch tape. It's packaging tape actually. And what I'm doing is, let me move this back just a little bit so you can see. I'm taping this around the bottom. I'm getting rid of all of those little bubbles that they have here. And I'm taping it on the bottom. And all you gotta do is lift it just a little bit and tape it so that it looks nice and neat. It's kind of just tucking it under the bottom so that everything looks real neat and your items are secure inside the basket. And then I'm just tucking right here around the back. And I'm going to tape it with another piece of clear tape. And you won't even be able to see it when I'm done. More tape. But baskets are a great way to say, you know what? I appreciate this person and I'm taking the time out to make something special for them. And I usually make baskets for my mom and my sister. And that's how I started out. And then all of a sudden it turned into a business. So who knows? And we're going to just do the other side also. We're going to do tucking underneath the bottom so that no one can really see the tape. And then we're going to tuck it around the back, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like. And we're going to tuck it under the bottom again. We're going to use that tape. Let me just show you what it looks like. And this takes some practice. It's probably the most challenging part of actually making a basket, is just tucking it to make it look neat. Because the presentation is what's awesome, when it looks really good. And around the back here, I'm going to take in one more piece of tape. And I'm going to tape this around the back. Remember, I did it on the other side. Now I'm going to do it right here also. And it's going to make it look real good. And you can't even see the tape. That's the great thing. We haven't even gotten to decorate the bows yet. Okay, and